Hello everyone, welcome to another short video about horticulture. Today we're going to speak about how to select the best light fixture. Every day we have more lamps available in the market, so it's really important to start to recognize which are the correct questions to be solved before selecting a light fixture. And of course, there are a lot of characteristics that we can mention when selecting a light fixture. However, in this video, I will quickly summarize the most important characteristic for our plants and also for our project. So for example, in here we have light intensity, light quality, which we know that it's something that is important for our plants, and then we have efficacy and also customer service, things that are really important if you want to have a successful project. So let's go over all of this. So let's start with light intensity. Light intensity is really important because depending on light intensity, you will be able to reach the DLI that is required by the plant. Remember, DLI is the amount of light that the plant is receiving per day, and as you can see in this table, there are specific requirements of DLI for different crops. If you don't have enough light intensity, you won't be able to reach the specific DLI that is required by the plant. So it's really important to select a lamp with a specific output for the system that you're working with, depending, for example, if you're working in a top lighting system or if you are in a vertical farming system. Usually the lamps will have a different output, and you need to consider the intensity at the canopy level and if you will be able to reach the specific DLI. Then we have light quality or light spectrum. And we know there are a lot of lamps in the market and they offer a lot of different light spectrums. So, how can we select a specific light spectrum for our plant? First, there are information available about the general recommendations for different crops like leafy greens, strawberry, peppers, and more. However, it's always important to start to learn how different characteristics in the plant are linked to specific colors. For example, if you're looking for flowering, we usually try also to have a little bit of far red. If you are working with compactness because you are doing transplants, you should know that blue can help with the compactness. If you are working with rooting, also blue light and a far red can help with rooting. If you are looking for a stretch, like for example in a strawberry, we look to have a longer peduncle so the plant can be easy to harvest. We can also use, for example, a little bit of far red. And we can continue this list like forever. There are a lot of characteristics, but it's really important to know which are the most important characteristics that you're looking for your plant and how that can be linked to a specific color. And then you can start to think about a specific spectrum to select. Of course, in here, you can also have some help from the people in customer service if you have a good lamp supplier. We already spoke about some topics that are really important for our crop. However, now let's move to a topic that is really important for successful projects. If you are working with artificial light, it's always important to consider the efficacy of the lamp. This is basically how efficient is the lamp. Remember, light is an operational expense in the system. We need to have the most efficient lamp in our system. This is calculated using data about the light output, meaning the intensity, and the electrical input. And there are some recommendations already available. There's always information out there. You can look for it. And in here, I have one of the recommendations. We should consider to select a lamp with efficacy that is equal or higher than 1.8 micromoles per joule. So remember, always ask to your lamp supplier which is the efficacy of the lamp and consider to have this number or even higher. And now there are a lot of options of good brands available that can offer way more than 1.8. Here we have two great examples from General Electric. First, we have the L1000. This is a light fixture that is used for top lighting. It could be used for supplemental lighting in greenhouses or as the sole source of light in rooms like, for example, of cannabis. Here you can see the table. You can look for efficacy or efficiency, which is always in micromoles per joule. And you can see in here that the efficacy is higher than 3. So this is a great number. Not a lot of brands will provide an efficacy like this. Then, if you are interested in vertical farming systems, we have other lamp which is Arise Life 2, also from General Electric, and you can see the efficacy is also 3 or even higher than 3. This is a lamp that you can use for any vertical farming system growing lettuce or leafy greens, even also a strawberry. So here we have two different light fixtures from a specific brand, in this case General Electric, and you can see that the efficacy is really, really good. So again, not a lot of brands will have this high efficacy, and this will make the difference on on your expenses in a vertical farming system or in any kind of system using artificial lighting. Last but not least, we have customer service, which I really think is one of the most important things because it's always important to have someone that can also provide advice on any of the other things that we already mentioned. So, customer service will be something that you should look for when buying a lamp because the customer service can help you to select the light quality, to provide specific options to get the light intensity that you need, and also, something that is really, really useful is the light plan. Some companies will provide a light plan for free. Like, for example, in the case of General Electric in Hort Americas, we are in charge of making a light plan for you. In this case, the light plan will provide the distribution of the lamps. In this case, you will know specifically how many lamps you need. And I know this is a question that we get all the time. How many lamps do I need for my system? So in this case, you need to know that this is like a very precise calculation, and we can do that for you. We can make the calculation to know the amount of light that you require, the amount of fixtures that you require, the light intensity that you will get, and even the light uniformity that you will get. And we can work to have the best light intensity and the best uniformity from the best lamp. In order to make a light plan, we are going to ask you to fill out a form so you can share information about your system with us. Having this information, we will be able to create a document to share specific information about the light distribution, about the amount of fixtures that you require, and the uniformity that you will get. There are a lot of things that we can mention when selecting a light fixture, but if you pay attention to at least the topics that we mentioned in this video, you can be sure that probably you are in the correct pathway. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, my name is Karla García, Hort Americas Technical Service. Please subscribe if you would like to learn more about this awesome world of horticulture. See you on the next video.